Hey guys, what's cracking? Hopefully all my audio is working. Super technical issues today. Fantastic. I need to sort out the this computer on my streaming computer or whatever is just keeps randomly crashing on the desktop, and sometimes when that happens while OBS is opening is opened, um I can't reconnect to restream through OBS, and it crashes, and I have to just restart the router basically, like to fix it. It's not good. You might not even hear me even saying that because I haven't checked if the audio is working correctly or not. Oh, we don't have game audio though. Done that thing again. Not muted game audio on here as well, have I? Yeah. Do-do, do-do-do. Hard to fix it. More technical issues again with audio that I just can't fucking fix, man. Ah, never mind. I've got it. Yeah. Audio. Yay. Professional. Audio. Yay. Professional. Right, so we've got audio. I feel like I need to turn the color down on the stream. I noticed when I was editing some video stuff together, like it's a little bit too saturated. I think it's not really what I was going for. It doesn't look like that in the monitor. When I downloaded the video, though, it looked super. That's my camera. But it seems to have changed my settings. They've gone back to default. Maybe I'll just leave it then. It would be okay. Anyway, I do want to quickly wrong window. There's nobody's here to test. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Um, there's nobody's here to test. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Sign into chat. It looks super fucking saturated, bro. Like what? Um, that might look a little bit better, maybe. Anyway, chat load up. It looks super fucking saturated, bro. Like what? I know this is like multi-layered or whatever. Is my chat ever gonna load up? That might look a little bit better, maybe. Anyway, chat load up. It looks super fucking saturated, bro. Like what? I know this is like multi-layered or whatever. Is my chat ever gonna load up? We can probably test on Twitch real quick. Um, that might look a little bit
Да,
better,
да, на
maybe.
первый. Нормально.
Anyway, chat load up. It looks super fucking saturated, bro. Like what? I know this is like multi-layered or whatever. Hey, is it not working? Is my chat? Oh, we can probably test on Twitch real quick. Is it not working?
Да, да, на первый.
Oh,
Нормально.
we can probably test on Twitch real quick. Um, is it not working?
Да, да, на первый.
Oh,
Нормально.
we can probably test on Twitch real quick. I know this is like multi-layered or whatever. Hey, oh, wait, no, that's just is it not working? I, oh, we can probably test on Twitch real quick. Wait, no, that's just working. Is it not working?
Да, да, на первый.
Oh,
Нормально.
works there. Doesn't work here. Working. Is it not working?
Да, да, на первый. Нормально.
Works there. Doesn't work here. I, hey, oh, wait, no, that's just is it not working? Doesn't work here. I, oh, hey, oh, wait, no, that's just working. Is it not working?
Да, да, на первый.
Need to fucking mute this shit, right? Mute. Working. Just fucking. Why would Abby drag this in here? I don't understand why I can't copy this over. Sab me out. Hey, what's cracking, dude? Sab me out. What's cracking, bro? Just technical issues here with fucking. For some reason, I can't drag this overlay into fucking OBS here. When I try and add it like manually, it doesn't work. Even it works on my other OBS. I just heard the notification for something there. What was that? Oh, I've got a follower there. I missed the name. I do apologize. Ms. Wookie or something. I saw it for a second. I can see that on my other OBS on my thing, but I can't get it to work on the actual streaming PC. Miss Wookie Eyes, is that what it is? Right, yeah. Sorry about that. Technical issues. So if I go here and I go to add source, like browser source, VLC capture, media source, browser. It needs to be a URL, right? So I click, let's go overlay, wrong keyboard, overlay, click OK. And then I change the URL, right, to that URL, change the resolution. Oops, so 9, pressing the wrong buttons here on my keyboard. Let's just move this out a little bit, shall we? 1920 by 1080 by 1080. I don't know if did I close those windows down? I click OK. That's the thingamajig there. However, I can see the overlay on my OBS. It's there on the screen. However, if I go to Twitch here, I would have still reshade if it's meant I got 2 pet cats. Yeah, channel. Hey, there. There. There, look. Over on this OBS, it shows. However, the overlay shows on the streaming PC, but it doesn't show. This OBS, it shows. However, the overlay. If I delete if I delete this, it doesn't show. Delete this. If I delete I still quite. It still won't let me drag it into the sources. Are you sure you wish to? Are you sure you wish? Yes. If I can't fix it, I'm just gonna have to carry on without it. I should have tried to test more before I got online. Before it was going to be a simple, straightforward job. I was gonna have to carry on without it. Okay, can you shut up with the doubling up, please? Thank you. Sorry, guys. Technical issues. It just won't let me drag it into this OBS. I can't edit the manual source either. I don't know why it won't let me add it. It's not running as administrator or something. I had to stop the stream to resolve that. It's got to be no, no, no overlay. So I figure out how to it to work on the stream. Maybe, it's a little bit annoying. It won't just drag and drop easily. This has been tested on the stream piece. It's just be the same. I'll get it on here, drag and drop on there. Then it'll be a quick drag and drop job. But then it's like proved not to be the case. I mean, I could at least get notifications on my end when somebody follows me. I can do that at the very least. However, I won't be able to put the chat on the screen for you guys so that you can see it. Um, Look how easy it just drags and drops into this fucking OBS and works just as it should do, but it won't do the same for the other OBS. Just close this down real quick, and then just boot this back up again. Yeah, it's not fucking it's just boot up straight away, so it's not an admin control thing. For some reason, it just will not. It will not go into the computer for some reason. Well, I'll be able to hear follows at least, but I won't be able to chat on the screen for you guys to see. It's just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to figure it out some other way. Sorry about that, guys. I'll have to work it out some other time later on, but wasted too much time right now. I need to get this done. What are we talking about on loot here? Fucking hell. Loot left over forever run out I was on before. Oh shit, the seeds. It's probably about time I fucking use these fucking green fucking shit ass keys. Sorry. Is this photometric? No. Hold on, I've got fucking ammo here, we can sell this. Just sell the ammo, right? All this shit. Where my ammo on? Bit grip 2. We have a bit of inventory here. We do some shields, I guess. We're kind of one energy for we'll take those herbals actually. I was going to take the herbals, but I'm going to take them herbals. Also take a more of these. So we got to do into the fray, destroy a leaper. Let's not doing that. Reach the checkpoint on Blue Gate. Yay! Let's lose all my ship. Right, Blue Gate. Let's go. What's cracking? It's just fucking shame that I can't get fucking the overlay to work right. Augment. I don't know if I can say. Okay.
Here we go again.
No. I'm gonna do a little bit of arc a couple of hours. I'm gonna be up the grinding on the fucking marbles, man. I'm like gold one with like 40 points or something, so I only really get to platinum and just at least get a static banner because I've not got to platinum in any of the seasons that they introduced fucking banners into the game. I just didn't get about rank of time after I got to like Grandmaster or whatever and had to reset and deal with all the cheaters and shit. So lost the desire to push the rank. Checkpoint.
On your feet, Rape. The Leaper does not take any prisoners.
I'm not doing the leaper. Blue Gate, reach the checkpoint. Oh, the checkpoint right there. There we go, guys. Are we in not at the start of the raid? Blue Gate is usually a quick death sentence in the game, right? I do need fucking Raider power cells. Raider power cells. I need Raider arc cells. You know what? We'll take the arc alloy as well. Ambient noise. I thought it was boots for a second. What the fucking? What am I going, bro? Straight into a fucking probe, dude. I fucking. Fucking. What you call it there? Fucking. Arc fucking rocketeer. I can get up this way, bro. Can't believe that shit. These fucking rollers, man. Just fucking do my fucking head in. Tying up them fucking stairs, making it difficult to fucking predict the movement, man. waste all my, like, the majority of my fucking backup heals having to deal with these fucking poppers, man. I think my head's in the right space for dealing with this game. Navigation, bro. Oh my god, this dude's down. Oh, aimbot. Dude would not fucking. Who moves around like that, bro? Who moves around like that when you're just walking around? Oh, I'm going this way, I'm going that way, I'm not going that way, I'm going this way, I'm going that way, I'm going this way, man. Like, it's almost like the guy knows I'm there. He's just trying to pretend he doesn't know. Return fire is insane. Well, we cleared him out anyway at the level. Don't shoot me, bro, is it? I feel like I just don't feel comfortable with my aim at all today, man. It feels a bit fucking floppy, mate. My aim feels a bit floppy, bro. A little bit loose. I don't know if this guy dug behind this building or not. I don't know where he went. It's been very quiet on him standing on the stairwell. I don't really have much of it. I'm not really in good of a position. Wasted all my ammo. Basically, I'm nothing. I'm just gonna leave this dude. I'm just gonna go into a rocketeer. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done. Okay, whatever then. He wants to die. Okay. Okay, I guess you want to die then, bro. Yeah, nice aim. You got your cheats on, have you, bro? You got your cheats on, bro. You got your cheats on, have you, bro? Need your cheats on, bro, to be able to win a fight, bro. This dude is chosen. Do you see that? Did you not see the shots he was getting? The guy's got to have wall hacks to be hitting that tiny little portion of me being visible on that rock, bro, to get that shot, bro. And I repositioned, so like, how did he know to like look? Like he wasn't moving when I was behind that rock, but as soon as I reposition, then he takes the shots when I'm repositioning, and then he gets the super dodgy angle on me. Everything it says to do is got fucking walls, bro, or some sort of fucking hell, bro. If this fucking Rocketeer wasn't here, I'd be able to fucking make a position on the dude, but like, that Rocketeer was basically all up in my fucking airspace. The how else for me. Stop for a second. You know, around to the other side. I have to go down to these tunnels. It's not really where I wanted to go, man. I thought there's a way through this building. This motherfucker, is it for real? Oh, no, thanks. I do appreciate it. And the Rocketeer on me as well. Can I not have your fucking break? I moved 2 centimeters and it fucking roll on me when I'm going to kill. Fucking annoying as well. The single proper car out of anybody. I've used up all my hidden shield with arc and fucking suspicious players with uncanny vision of my position. Basically, all my shields I can't even survive a fight with anybody. Look how my shields have already been demolished, man. I might as well just fucking get out and leave. Just stay in and get my done. How long do those fucking hatches stay open for? There's no way that's like going to be still open at this time. Is it actually fucking still rolling on me, bro? Guess we're going down then. My friends.
Window is closed. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
You should poke your head in something, mate, and fucking pop us some roll out, bro. God. yeah, sure, I have 8 power cells, but I mean, like, actual main, keys and shit we use for combat and shit, they're all gone. All my good shit is gone. Where the fuck? Does this not even go to the tunnels? Oh. Crafting them, bringing them back. Not fucking breaching that shit. Getting the rubber there, man. We're getting that rubber, bro. Craft me. Where does this bring us back out at? As long as we're not fucking rocketeer, man. Better take that XP. Oh, he's got some stuff. Got stuff. You know. You got a fucking Venator over here, bro. No wolf pack. You got a Venator, bro. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. This is where a dude just rolls in on me now. That looks like a fresh explosion, doesn't it? I'm not gonna aggro anything. We're not finishing it off. Just gonna move through. Nice and cool. Oh my shitting days, bro. Dude. Like literally, like I'm not even in like main vision. In its vision. I'm like off to the side. It's like I'm seeing you, bro. I'm seeing it. There's no way I'm not seeing you, bro. It's just on extract, bro. Fucking leaper there, bro.
All raiders, arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Find me home. I repeat, 5
It's destroy leaper, bro. Holy shit! What's wrong with my aim today, bro, man? Can I not fucking learn something, bro? Through the fucking arc, man. Through the arc. Dude, I'm gonna die to this fucking arc, bro. Can I please? My shoulder's broken, bro. I've got no bullets left to anvil here, bro. Can't even take a bullet, bro. Get these arcs away from me, man. Can't walk around the corner. Anything about a fucking arc being alerted every 2 seconds, bro. Can I fucking move? Look at this motherfucker, bro. Can I just move? I've got 3 minutes to get to a fucking extract, man. Right there. I can't move 2 centimeters without a fucking arc going off every fucking 2 seconds on every angle from every direction. I should be able to repair my shields in the field at least once per raid. For materials, obviously. Where am I going? Well, I didn't realize I went down that fucking way, innit? Is it just not leaving me alone? Did they destroy that fucking keeper? Did I not get a fucking exception? Do I not get an assist? It's fucking bringing in fucking more arc on me, more arc. The never ending arc.
Last warning. 2 minutes left. Head back immediately. The window is closing.
Holy shit. And then as soon as I'm about to get extracted and I'm about to fucking press that button, something's gonna roll in. My nose shields and kill me, take all my shit, and this was the massive waste of my time. Look, the leapers are all up in here, bro. I put damage on the leaper, man. I'm in touch with having that being about part of its destruction and tagging it off. I guess if there was so much sunny, there's void then as well. You know? Video games are always a massive waste of time. You can say that about anything. You can say about films or books or any form of entertainment. You could say it was a massive waste of time. I never said it was my birthright. I was trying to make you think in terms of the damage that cheating does for other people who were naturally more talented at games than somebody who isn't, who essentially has gotten in the way of that person's life they would have had. Now that's the idea. Is like people who make money off of being so-called good gamers, either through YouTube content creation, tournaments, or anything like that. They're robbing the quality of life from a person that was naturally good at the game. So people trying to make the argument as if cheating causes no harm, but it causes harm on multiple levels. It can cause financial harm to the quality of somebody's life that would have had the life somebody else would have had that person not been cheating. And then it's just the constant it's like a form of harassment or bullying, and cheating is oppressive where every game you're being cheated. Every time you have to deal with the psychological impact of being cheated. It's the same as being bullied or harassed in any other way. People go, oh, well, it's your choice to play the game and subject yourself to that. It's like, well, not really. It's like I have the right and the free will to want to be able to play PvP games, even if I decided to remove myself away from the equation, not deal with the harassment of being bullied or what I perceive as being bullied or being cheated in a video game. I'm still being robbed of my free right to be able to play PvP games on a fair and competitive field with somebody else. So that is another form of harm that it's causing, even if I don't subject myself to the cheating. I have to be subjected to being denied being able to play PvP, and that is a form of harm caused the person. So cheating does cause harm in multiple different ways. Like, you know what I mean? How people cheating. Oh, I did explain. You said people can be naturally good at things, they have to train. But it's not about training because they're not training, are they? They're not training to get better, they're just cheating to get an advantage that they're not capable of doing. Speak to yourself, wait till your loved one is affected by online cheaters. Have you or a loved one been affected by Maso Cheaterama? Call it now at this number. As a soul's vet, my life is status because of cheaters. But it's like, what do you detect? But don't you think that it's horrible that let's say you have a child, let's say you have a child, let's say the whole world is dominated by cheaters, you have a child, that child is naturally very good at video games, and then cannot play those video games to the level that he would want to be able to do, and then you advise your child, well, sorry, but everyone, so all you can do is either cheat with them or just don't cheat at all. And then that child's like, but I want to be able to play the game, Dad. I want to be able to play the game of my own skill, to be able to compete and show my own skill level of what I can be in a video game. And then the dad just has to tell the kid that's just not how reality is. You've got to cheat or be cheated, and those are your options. And then the child's like, but I don't want that to be the world that I'm living in. I want my merit of my skill to be what dictates success in the world, not whether or not I can cheat somebody or not. And then you've just got to tell your child, no, that's just not the reality. You've got to cheat or be cheated upon, and then that child's feel hurt emotionally. That's the reality that they have to live to, either be the cheater or become cheated, and that's the reality they have to live with. Is that not emotionally and psychologically harming to have to come to those terms of the world they live in? I just have a small to find additional field crafted items. A bit of a waste run really, and we get some ox heals. We do have a few bits and bobs, but we lost a lot of heals. We did pick up this Venator though. Just upgrade it instead of repair it, for fuck's sake. Is this, bro? Is it even worth keeping? Okay. Run out of inventory space. Um, oh, I think I've got 5 fucking thingy magics from all of them, bro. I'll take all 5 in just in case we get a run like that again. The quest for 0 fucking space in your inventory. I might just bring in this fucking blaze grenade here. Fuck it. Sell grenades out here. Shit, right? Again. Cheated again. Goes my look. I'm not local, bro. This is fucking bro. I'll be able to argue against the facts, bro. I do DSP, bro. I'm delusional. Like, if you can prove that I'm incorrect with what I'm saying, cheating is worse than it's ever been in video in online history. Like, I don't understand. Like, people just don't understand the raw percentages. Like, even if you cheated, how it would
But they seem to be locked with a key card.
ruin it. I mean,
You'll find a way in, I'm sure.
I can't remember what it was that the stat. Even if I was like, even if you had 5% of cheaters in like a 10-player game, like Counter-Strike, for example, you'd still get cheated like every 4 games or something like that. Every 4 or 5 get one cheater. Obviously, divide that again by the fact that it could be on your team or against you, but you'd still be roughly around about a cheater in every single game. In every 4 or 5 games, percent of the player base cheating. And like even that's a lot. Games like Fortnite, Battle Royales are automatically ruined, even with 4%, 5%. You still guarantee a cheater pretty much every single game. And if you're good enough to get to the top 5, it's almost a guarantee that the person in the top 5 is a cheater, and you're almost certainly going to lose. And that would explain how I pretty much never win a game of Fortnite any season. Like if I win a game, it's purely luck. Either I got the better position, a weapon, or the cheater fucked it. There's only situations in which I potentially win a game of Fortnite. Anything based on raw skill. Feels bad, man, but the footsteps. I ain't got time for fucking none of this. Like, is he friendly shit? I know the dude probably just spawned in or whatever, but what can I do about it? Fucking. Oh look. Cheats, bro. How far away did you run from me with your wall hacks, bro? How far did you run to me with your wall hacks, bro? How far away did you run to me with your wall hacks? You're not gonna get my XPs and try doing it, bro. You're not gonna get it, bro. You're not gonna get it, stupid cheater, bitch. There you go. That's a cheater. 100% cheater, bro. He should be, but to be that close, bro, he must have already been on his way. And did you hear him rager say that? He's a cheater, bro. Nom 1 SS. Anime profile. Dude's got 33 games on a 3-year-old account. 150,000 count. The dude's just a cheater, bro. Minus rep wall hacks. What did I say? What did I say? How did you get to me with your wall hacks? Because that's logically how we go. He must have already been on his way. That's why I said, how far away were you running from with you to see your wall hacks to get here, bro? Because I can tell and you guys can't tell. That's the difference. I've got the instinct to know if I'm a good gamer. I've got the instinct to know when something's suspicious. I've got the instinct for it. Like how many people think of born in proximity at the time to be that close to capitalize on it and like to be there immediately with no time for me to push you position or anything. You can't keep claiming my rank as the reason of why you should disregard what I'm saying. You don't know. If you were neutral, you don't know if I'm 3-star because I'm bad or 3-star because of a cheater epidemic. You can't tell if you're neutral. If you can, then you're a liar and you must be a cheater and all you're doing is proving me correct. If you were neutral, you could tell the difference. You wouldn't know. But how can I be shit at games when I prove on stream amazing plays when people aren't cheating? When people aren't cheating, you see amazing plays coming at me. No, if you're neutral, you won't know either way. That's what I said. Not that you'd agree with me, that you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I was bad and 3-star or if I was actually good and cheated on, keep me in 3-star. You didn't know you was neutral. You'd be in the middle. You'd be neutral. But you can't see if you verifies because I've shown on stream multiple examples of very good plays. When people aren't cheating, I do good plays. When people are cheating, all of a sudden, it's like I can't do anything to do anything about it. But you do, they're just a liar because you literally saw me clap all those dudes on that fucking, on that game where I got aimbotted on fucking Showdown. The bounty, where I clapped everybody up except the last dude had an aim and then I got killed by aimbotted. And I've shown multiple amazing plays against people that aren't cheating. But as soon as you go up against somebody suspicious, all of a sudden you can't pull out the amazing plays because you can't outplay cheaters. Prove that he's aimbot. I said wall hacking. I said, how far away did you come out with your wall hacks? How many people do you think are going to spawn in proximity? Well, no, I would argue that the mass majority are cheating. That's the other explanation, isn't it? You're saying all the other people are not in 3-star. It's because those people who are into 3-star consistently are, for the most part, cheating. People in 3-stars are cheating, bro. So why wouldn't there be in 4-stars be cheating as well? How can that's be cheating by? Yeah, but that's just a claim, isn't it? I know the actual percentage of people cheating. I'm just saying it's probably at least 30%. And obviously you're going to get more cheaters in the higher ranks, aren't you? So if all the legitimate players were congregating in the lower ranks because they can't get higher, everybody above that rank will be cheaters, and the very few people that are really good. Based on what, Warlock? Like what have you got to argue with against that claim? So, dude, he's got 20 friends. He's got a stop cheater code name here with Mr. Zuo or whatever how you pronounce it. 60 games, 5-year-old account. Got a bunch of other suspicious names on his account as well. We won't look at those. He's got a dude who's playing Rust right now, probably cheating or something. The dude's only got 5 games. He's got 11,000 hours in fucking Rust. Dude only owns 5 games. If you have game time and anything else, he's just a Rust cheater. He's a dedicated Rust cheater, bro. And then we've got this dude here with a hyphen in his name. 22 games on a 17-year-old account. 683 hours on Rust, so he's probably a person who plays Rust himself, and he knows most of these dudes from Rust because it's a suspicious numbered account that's private. We've got a dude using a green sign here or whatever. I've never seen that before. Might just be a legit thing. We've got another cheater code name here with the underscore. Got the demon eyes, the red eyes demon. 18 games on a 5-year-old account. He's got Space War on his Steam account, which is used for pirating games. Doesn't seem to have an awful lot of game time in games. He's got 141 hours in like to just play PvP and basically not play anything else really. So suspicious account there. We've got the fucking toxic underscore name here, 21/9. Underscore dude here, 14 games on a 4-year-old account. We've got another high food here. 24 games on a 4-year-old account. And I think that's about it for the suspicious names. Do you have avatars or anything like that? Is that a cat? It's just a creature of some. We've got a dog, dude. Okay, hold up, cat. Cat avatar. You can never get away. These cheaters always have a cat avatar. They've got a 96 games on a 6-year-old rat. We've got a few dudes on there that have suspicious account here. This dude's on 7 games on a 3-year-old account. This guy doesn't have anything on his account, it would seem. We've got another person who's only got 7 games on a 4-year-old account. We'll just check that. Oh, this guy's got a ban on record. All the suspicious dudes always have all the suspicious friends. Like, always without fail. We've got Rave here, 30 games on a 6-year-old account. Pizza Guy, who has 21 games on a 6-year-old account here. I'm not going to go through all of his comments or whatever, but there we go. Warhacker, whatever with his war hacks, man. And it's just obvious that he was. And you guys just can't see it, man. You guys just don't have the instinct. I think you are massively overshooting this man based on your coping receiving. What makes you think you're good at games when you're low ranking all of them? Because you can see my skills in game. I've shown my skills in game. It's not narcissism what you're basing that on. I've shown my reaction speeds are above average. I've shown my aim labs are above average. When I'm playing against people that seem to not be cheating or really bad at cheating, you can see I'm a very good player. It's only when I seem to go against people that seem to be cheating where all of a sudden I look like a bad player all of a sudden. So when you have it out with your average gave you that 30%, we argued against it. You took that 30% as irrefutable evidence, and I took it as a baseline as what the evidence supports. All the evidence supports at least 30% of people cheating. It could be more than that. I'm trying to say that the majority of people. All I'm saying is that all the surveys, all of the money that that cheats provide sell, all the bans that occur in games, all of that would support at least 30% of people cheating. At least that would be evidence that supports that claim. If it doesn't support anything less, there's no evidence to support only 5% of people are cheating, only 3% of people are cheating, 10% of people are cheating. No, it's like 25, 30, 40% of people cheating. We're in a good portion of the player base cheating. That's where we're at with evidence. However, it could be significantly more than that. If you're factoring in elite cheater groups that may be personally involved with cheater sellers and manufacturers who get private cheats that are almost undetectable for free, that are subsidized by other people that buy really expensive cheater packages. That's one reason cheats can be really expensive. They rely upon the general casual public to buy these overpriced cheats who get banned, so they can just look at it from a conspiratorial point of view. Whether you want to think that I'm crazy or not, I'm just looking at the strategies and the plans, hypothesizing. So you could have a network of cheaters who are fully on board with just cheating. That's all they do. They've grown up through gaming culture to the point where some of them in their network produce cheats. They become cheat sellers. They make a lot of money. They then sell these cheats at exorbitant prices that the casual people will because there's a cheating climate. They need cheats to be able to compete with these cheater groups. So they will buy from these cheat providers, and then the developers will ban these players, not the ones with the private undetectable cheats. The ones with the private undetectable cheats will rarely get banned, and they will get their cheats subsidized by these cheat manufacturers who sell to the group, the casual cheat group. They will sell to them, and then these are the ones that will get banned more often. It's used by the devs to show the stats to the regular player bases that something is being done by cheaters, but you've got a subgroup of elite cheaters that are basically potentially practically undetectable that get their cheats subsidized by bigger cheat manufacturers who sell to the casual cheaters, who are the ones who get banned. So you got potentially a pocket of cheaters that never get banned, that their existence is basically like invisible, not even known. And that could easily occur. That could very easily occur, like the mafia, like a secret society of cheaters, an underlay underneath the actual cheater industry itself. The cheater industry is a fabricated construct in order to profit cheating, but is really a cover, the boogeyman to point to the actual cheating problem that sits underneath the cheating industry, and that could easily happen. And if I'm stupid and a paranoid person, and I can think of that, people who are more evil and more devious than me can come up with worse schemes than that. So if I can think it, imagine someone more evil has already thought up something more worse than that to able to hide their cheating and get away with it. If I can think it, and I'm not that intelligent, more intelligent people can think of worse. So look at it like that. Why did you just admit that you are stupid and paranoid? I'm not. I'm saying it as if I was. That's what you guys think. You guys think I'm stupid and paranoid. So if I am stupid and paranoid, and even I can think of that as a possibility, then when people with the actual motive to do it worse and actually do it. If I can come up with it, other people can come up with it, and other people aren't don't have integrity to not cheat and do bad things. Did you consider getting some meds for those schizoid behaviors? Have you ever thought of maybe just being a reasonable human being and not dismiss people out of hand and just try to reduce people to ridicule? Because doing that might make you think you are one of those people. Because I'm not saying anything that's unreasonable. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm saying it's a hypothetical that it could happen. And if it could happen, and I can think it, why wouldn't it be real in some way, in some form, even if I hyper exaggerated it? I dismiss you because you're unreasonable. How am I unreasonable? You can't just make the claim and say that I'm unreasonable for no reason. How am I unreasonable? Joe trying to get small-time cheaters banned so he can spread his undetectable cheats. They might have the free will to not cheat. That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying I'm not talking about you. Joe, why would you do this? I believe in you. Believe what? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying. Unreasonable because you can't be reasoned with. No, why you're unreasonable. You can't be reasoned with. I have a position and you will refuse to even be neutral with the position. You'll always go against, you will go against my position. That's unreasonable. No, you're being unreasonable and project onto me that I'm the one being unreasonable. I'm presenting the argumentation. I'm presenting the claim. And I've presented a hypothetical scenario, not even a real one, a hypothetical one. And you can't even agree and be reasonable that it's possible it could happen. If you don't believe that it is, to be reasonable would be to agree that it was possible. And you're saying, no, it couldn't happen. No, and then claiming I'm the one being unreasonable. It's your opinion that it's delusional. You don't have a basis, you don't have a foundation to determine what's true and what isn't true, to know if it's delusional or not. It's only delusional if it's not true, and you don't have that information to make the claim. It's actually delusional to make the claim that I'm delusional because you don't have facts to prove that I'm delusional. You're delusional by saying I'm delusional. And I can say that with certainty because your actions, I know you can't know if it's true because I don't know if I'm 100% true. I don't know that I'm 100% true of my own claims. I can only give you my degrees of likelihood and probability what I think to be true. You guys are certain that I'm wrong because you are certainty delusional, but you can't know that. So you're already determined to be delusional by saying I'm delusional with certainty. How's it going, base dude? What's cracking, bro? I've got the evidence to suggest that people are cheating. I've got evidence, bro. I've got evidence, I've got arguments, I've got reasons. Yeah, because I've got evidence. I've got reason. I've got the argumentation. You guys say no, it's delusional, and you've got no real combat against what I'm saying or doing. That's your opinion. No, you don't. It's your opinion. It is an opinion. It's literally opinion saying that's not your opinion. That is just another opinion. Overlaid another opinion. It's a daisy chain of opinion. Opinionception is what's going on there. We're going freeload out to Blue Gate just so we can try and get this quest done without getting cheated on by wall hackers. Reasonable, it's been proven. No, that's you haven't proven anything. What does this prove? You're not with me on that there. My initial assumption was that got war hacks to be able to run to me and be there at that speed, at that rate. He would have had to have likely been wall hacking, because it's unlikely that 3 people will have spawned in proximity or converged at the same time. So somebody must have had prior knowledge to me engaging the other dude, was already been on his way over there, saw 2 people already over there. I already thought that was likely to be the case, called him a wall hacker, and he's got the suspicious account, accusations of wall hacking on his account, and all of his friends look suspicious with game bans and all the usual trademarks. So how does that not make a complete loop that I made a prediction and all the evidence supports my prediction based on my instinct? And then you're saying, no, it's not true. How am I lying? I proved it. I showed it on screen.
And always keep a close eye on her children. Let's go to checkpoint.
Trust me, bro. It was literally, I have the instinct, I made the prediction, I made the claim, and then the evidence after that supported the prediction and the claim, which should, to any reasonable person, go, Joe Blue might actually be right sometimes. He's got the instinct to know. That's what should happen. If you were reasonable, by now you should be saying, oh, it's funny how Joe Blue's instincts always seem to pan out to be correct, seemingly. Now, you can still reserve the right to disagree. You're perfectly within your right to do that, but you should be, if you were reasonable, saying, well, it does seem like Joe Blue is right sometimes with his predictions. Like any reasonable person would say that, however, not. And then when using the evidence, people have to refer to me as a homophobic flat earther as your only countermeasure against me. Ad hominem. It's a personal attack. If you have to use personal attacks to discredit my claims and my evidence, it means you know you're wrong and you don't have an argument. So every time you call me a homophobic flat earther, is you losing. Because if you actually had a strong position, you wouldn't need to rely on such low-level personal attacks to try and win over on me, because you'd have the strength of an actual argument, which you don't have. So you're living in the lower frequency of purely of personal attacks and insults, because you don't have an argument, bro. Search the guards for an armored patrol car. Key, is that? An armored patrol car. So it's the guard hut. This guard. There's a dude up there, I think. He's just Well, Ian, you're trying to argue in good faith. How am I not arguing in good faith? I have my predictions, I make my arguments, I use my evidence. Like, what's not good faith about it? That's just another claim. It's another opinion, another claim. You guys have no arguments. All you have is claims and personal attacks. You have literally nothing of substance. Like that dude in Nathan Barley. Did anybody watch Nathan Barley? You don't have anything of substance either. That's your opinion that I don't have anything of substance either. You have nothing of substance. No, I'm literally, or you can put an argument at any time that your actions prove me correct. You don't have any argument. All you have is personal attacks. I've used your example and quoted personal attacks on me. No, that's your opinion, because I can show gameplay that shows the opposite. So I can prove that's true. The barrel incident is perfectly explained by the fact that somebody picking up the bounty obstructed me seeing the wire attached to the barrel. We've been over those. It was a reasonable mistake to make. Even the best players in the world make stupid mistakes, man. No one can make a flawless. No one is flawless. No one was without blemish. Like you, you could see it clear as day. I have a Thunderbirds picture. You're a cheater. I've written it. But you have a consistent pattern of seeing with a Thunderbirds. It's technically Captain Scarlet, but it's close. Thunderbirds is close enough. Like, do you see a consistent trend of people with suspicious Thunderbirds avatars on a regular basis? You see the pattern of Thunderbirds characters on people's profiles. Right, I see cat avatars on a regular basis. I see anime profiles on a regular basis. I see underscore names on a regular basis. I see the full stops, the cheated code names, also on a regular basis. Right? You see Scarlet and Thunderbirds characters on a regular basis, bro. Can't watch your stream, you stutter every second. Are you talking about my stream? Is my stream stuttering? Is that what you're saying? Lagging too hard. Lagging. 1, 2, 3, 4. Phone going off. Lagging. 1, 2, 3, 4. Phone going. Lagging. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it is like glitching or whatever. Is it glitching on Twitch as well? Is it glitching like that on Twitch? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like Twitch is fine, but YouTube is jacking for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, yeah, YouTube's janked for some reason. Yeah, YouTube's janked for some reason. Yeah, YouTube's janked. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Restart YouTube. You'd have to restart the whole fucking stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. YouTube. You'd have to restart the whole fucking stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you guys want me to restart the stream? Restart the stream then. Let's see if that resolves the issue. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems better. That seems to be working right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems better. That seems to be. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Thanks for letting us know that anyway, base dude. Anyway, I wouldn't have known because I rarely ever check the YouTube stream. I just check it's working on Twitch and just assume that the YouTube one is fine. It should be working now. Okay, I think. Are these security huts? I don't know what the I don't know what the security huts are. Is it are the big buildings? Might have to look on a guide or something to see if we can find need to find a bastion or something over here. Oh, is it a matriarch even?
Matriarch, up there.
I'm outside a checkpoint. I think the dude just wants to get the fucking matriarch in it, man. I'm just gonna leave him to it, man. I'm not gonna roll up on him while he's doing the matriarchs. It's fucking lame. Oh, okay. Where are all these dudes, man? I can't fucking hear anyone because I'm right on top of them, bro. Is he looking for the same fucking shit? I thought I had my shotgun still. I have a feeling he's looking for the same thing, and he's like, he's fucking... To just kill him. He might have the key. But he's still looking for it, to be fair. Why is Stream Elements saying that I'm live? Did it go offline again or something? Yeah, and I can't seem to get the Stream Elements overlay to work with my actual stream either, which is annoying. Got it on here. Like the chat works over here. I can drag the overlay here and get the chat up on there, and like notifications and shit. But I can't seem to drag it onto the actual streaming PC. It won't work. I gotta look into why that isn't working. Otherwise, you would have been able to have chat on stream. At least Twitch got chat anyway. I don't know if it works for the YouTube one or not. I've got to look into it. What are these?
Over there.
This is a security hut. Is that what this is? It's some random shit. Random shit. I could look up a guide on this one. Is this a security hut? Looks like a hut. Is that it? Is that it? I just got to keep coming over here over and over again in the hopes of finding a fucking transport fucking key.
Let's head home at the cliffside air shaft.
Guess we just got to get out then. Maybe look up a guide or something. Oh, the matriarch's been fucking blown up, bros. Every time I tried to fucking go for the matriarch, man, I just got fucking killed by people just rolling upon me with their fucking cheats and stealing all my good shit. Oh shit, somebody's fucking open this fucking... Whoa! Look at that, fucking little loser. Fucking loser with a wall... What's that, wall hacker, bro? Waiting. There wasn't even a dude down there. He opened it for like bait or some shit. Some cheater fucking playing games. Look, underscoring his name. Dude, obviously cheating, bro. Dude's got 2 games on an account. Obvious cheater. Like, guys, why can't you just accept that I have the instinct that I know when I'm being cheated, man? You can just tell when it's a cheater, bro. When things don't make sense, that's when you know it's a cheater, bro. If you've only got 2 games on your account, bro, you're a fucking cheater, innit, bro? It's like, oh, I'm brand new to gaming. This is my first thing. My first ever game is going to be Ark Raiders. Yay. Christmas came early. Mum let me buy Ark Raiders, and it's my first Steam game. And I sit and I call extract, and I sit far back with a weapon, with knowing that somebody's there. Isn't that an assumption? But it's an assumption based on the circumstances of the situation and the likelihood based on their Steam profile. That's called evidence. And we're not talking about the rapper evidence. We're talking about actual evidence in an investigation evidence. Okay? Not the rapper evidence from Dilated Peoples. Not that dude. What evidence? Evidence from Dilated Peoples, isn't it? The evidence of the circumstances of how I got hit and their profile, their name, the underscore in it, and the lack of games on their profile and bare bones basic. All that together is called evidence. It's called profiling, bro. That's the profile. I have the assumption, the feeling, the sense that I'm being cheated. The circumstances are what inform my sense that it's cheating, and then the profile is what confirms it. Not racial profiling, cheating profiling. You have that what? The assumption. Yeah, everything's based on it. What? Do you think assumptions are bad things? Zero Stellia. Do you think assumptions are bad things? That no one should ever have assumptions because they're bad? I can ask AI that, yeah. No, but you keep saying they are when it's other people. Yeah, because it's just an assumption that other people have. I have an assumption, and then I have the evidence to support it. Here we go to the AI machine. Um, is it reasonable? Oops, is it reasonable to have an assumption? Is it reasonable to have an assumption? So what do you want me to say? The evidence being not everyone has government welfare to fill their account with games. Um, like you know you don't get that much money on fucking welfare. You do know that, right? I did have a part-time. I had a part-time job working at a supermarket for like 16 hours a week for nearly 10 years, which I worked with a prolapsed disc with an injury for basically most of those years, like say 6.5 years, right? And and because I had to have the job, otherwise I'd be essentially homeless because at that time there was a huge crackdown on pensions and claims and all that kind of shit, like DWP stuff, job seekers allowance and all that. I had to take the job I had to take the job and I couldn't for at least a certain period of time, or whatever. And so I worked in that job like part time is all I could get for like 16 hours, occasionally doing more hours or whatever whenever needs to be done. But I did that for nearly 10 years, and I had less money on that than I would have had if I was on benefits. And benefits isn't equivalent to having a full time job. You get it, right? Like being on welfare is not like the same money as it you'd have if you had a full time job. No, it's not even anywhere close to that. However, I did work for like 10 years on a part time job with less money, and I was still able to buy video games and stuff like that. You did buy a top spec PC though for my compensation money from I sued the NHS for negligence. I got 100 grand payout for an out of court settlement. It never went to court. They just settled out of court because it was they couldn't they couldn't fight it, and it was just easier after a 5 year long legal battle litigation with the NHS. They paid out of court with 100 grand. My top of the line PC was bought using that money. I've never been able to afford it on welfare, bro. What are you on about, bro? So I give 1K, all the money's gone, bro. The money's gone. I used it to buy the flat that I'm in. I own my own property. I use it to buy that and the computer, like with a bit of change left over in a savings account. We have an assumption where the assumption matches the circumstances. Is it an assumption someone is cheating in a video game? When their assumption matches the circumstances, then their profile uses names often used by generated accounts get sold sold often for the purpose of cheating, for the purpose of cheating, and their theme profile theme profile profile is very basic. My Steam profile is very basic with only 2 games. 2 games and Is it reasonable to have an assumption someone is cheating a video game where the assumption matches the circumstances, then their profile users' names often used by generated accounts that get sold, often for the purpose of cheating, and their Steam profile is very basic, only 2 games owned? That's a sharp and fair question, Joe. I think the key here is distinguishing reasonable suspicion and proof. Sure. Circumstantial evidence, a profile with only a couple of games, generic or generated style names, and minimal activity does resemble the kind of accounts often used for cheating. Combined with in-game behavior that matches common cheat patterns, unnatural aim, impossible reaction times, it's reasonable to suspect something's off. Limits of interference, none of those factors alone prove cheating, sure. Some legitimate players have bare-bones Steam accounts, new users, people who only play 1 or 2 titles, or those who keep profiles private. Generated looking names can also be chosen randomly by real players. Reasonable assumption versus certainty. It's reasonable to assume cheating is likely when multiple red flags align, okay, which is what's happened here. But it's not conclusive. Suspicion should be treated as a hypothesis, not a verdict. Sure. Document behavior, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So it's perfectly reasonable to assume that people are cheating, even if it doesn't prove it outright. But you don't get to just decide what a red flag is. So then you tell me what a red flag is. Can you list some examples? Can you list examples of naming conventions used by generated accounts that get sold often for cheating? Yes, the main cheat link generated Steam accounts follow recognizable naming conventions. Here we go, boys. The cheater code names. All the cheater code names, bro. Oh, look. Look. AI's listing all the code names, bro. All the cheater code names. I didn't even have to tell it what the code names were. I just asked. And it's listing all of the ones I point to, the XXXs, the random assortment of letters plus random 4-digit numbers, the ABCD randoms and then 4-letter numbers, Noob Slayer, names like Pro Gamer, yeah. Best player, user underscore blah blah, Steam underscore blah blah, John underscore Doe, blah blah blah, test account, Ninja, 123, faker clone, yeah, examples. So basically, look, even the full stops, bro, look, the full stop codes. When asked what these generated accounts look like, AI knows what the generated code names would look like. No, it's not. It's because it's just fucking common sense. It's common sense. That's why. If you're selling accounts, if you're creating accounts for a free-to-play game, if you're selling accounts for a free-to-play game, people are going to have taken John Smith on its own, but John underscore Smith might not be taken, or John hyphen Smith might not be taken, or John underscore Smith 1234 might not be taken, right? Doesn't matter. You got to let me finish the point first before saying, oh, it's not free to play. You got to let me finish the point, right? So in these free to play games, these would be the conventions that account sellers would use, right? True or false? Can you agree? Can you agree on that point? That that's how account sellers are going to use bots to essentially create accounts using these formats. True or false? As soon as I want to make a point, everyone's always so silent. Everyone's always so silent when I'm asking for feedback, user interaction, to let's have an actual dialogue. All of a sudden, people don't want to say anything. They don't want to speak. They don't want to. They don't want to. They don't want to be put in a position where they're going to get called upon being wrong. So they don't want to step in to making a commitment to an idea because they know there's additionals to my argumentation, and that if they agree to it here, they could be called wrong later. So they won't. So you guys won't admit to something that we all know is true, and that proves you guys are probably cheaters, and you won't commit to an idea. I bought accounts. You tell us, brother. Right. Okay. So you're not going to agree what we all know to be obviously true, and that is that these account sellers are going to use bots essentially to go through a list of generated names from like a book, like a notepad of lists of names where it'll be programmed to put in generic thing underscore thing. So it'll be like shark underscore plant, like two random words, like a random thing and a random thing. Shark underscore plant, and then it'll just go random words combined with an underscore, for example, and it will just generate a whole bunch of these accounts in order to be sold, which will often get used by cheaters who want a burner account and don't want their main non-cheating account to be banned, right? So cheaters will then use these accounts. They will use these accounts. They'll cheat on these accounts. They'll see other people who seem to be cheating as well because they're cheaters. Will see, hey, he's got the same underscore in it like my naming convention. He probably bought his account from the same cheat account seller, and he probably will befriend him and say, "Hey, I bought. Did you buy your account from blah blah site?" Or try and insinuate or drop a clue in a message and be like, "Oh yeah, I did. I bought it." And then they'll group together and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're cheaters as well." And then they'll start to recognize over time. No, it's not assumptions. It's an assumption with logic to it. Logic is evidence, right? There's a logic to it, right? And then they will start to understand, hey, you're cheating, you're using that underscore, and they'll know that certain account sellers will use certain in order to not like step in the territory of another account seller, they'll use a different naming convention, like full stop or a hyphen, but they'll use a similar naming convention, but they'll use a different symbol as the separator. And then over time, cheaters will recognize other cheaters because of the accounts that they're using that they bought from whatever provider. So they'll start to know, the cheaters will know who's cheating based off of the names. So then when it comes to a platform like Steam where you can name yourself anything, in order to still identify with other cheaters, they use the same naming convention in a game where you don't need to, because that's how they identify with each other, because you don't need to call yourself an account underscore something for Steam. It's a number. You don't need to underscore. You're only doing that because you know you're a cheater and you want other people to identify that you're a cheater, because the community have learned through osmosis that these naming conventions are used by account sellers, which often get used by cheaters. It's just called logic. It's called critical thinking. So legitimate exceptions. Some real users pick simple names only to win a couple of games. So while these conventions raise suspicions, they're not proof. Due to resale markets, accounts are often generated in bulk, then sold with cheats pre-installed or ready to bypass bans. Here, we'll ask this. Do you think cheaters would recognize um would spelling fucking bullshit, recognize dyslexia? Do you think cheaters would recognize these naming conventions through osmosis through osmosis, and then use these naming conventions on a platform like Steam, where you don't need to use an underscore or a full stop, or in order to uh, create to create an account as on Steam, you can name yourself anything because you're just a number, because you're just a number. Would cheaters do this so they can signal other cheaters in game? For example, um, used to avoid each other or team up when using Warhack, as they can see people's name. This is cock and ball torture, right? Okay. Do you think cheaters would recognize these naming conventions through osmosis and then use these naming conventions on platforms like Steam, where you don't need to use underscore, full stop, or hyphen in order to create an account? As on Steam, you can name yourself anything because you're just a number. What cheaters do this to they signal other cheaters in game. For example, used to avoid each each other is what I meant to say, shit, or team up when using wall hacks as they can see people's names. That's a fascinating angle, Joe. You're basically asking whether naming conventions, cheat-linked accounts could evolve to a kind of informal signaling system among cheaters. Let's mark carefully how cheaters might recognize naming conventions. In communities where cheats are traded or accounts are sold, players repeatedly see certain naming patterns, random strings, underscores, disposable tags. Over time, they may unconsciously associate these names with cheater accounts. This recognition doesn't require explicit teaching, it's pattern recognition through exposure. Steam's flexibility, unlike platforms that enforce stricter username rules, Steam allows almost to display any name. That means characters don't need underscores or dots, but they might still use them if they're copying conventions from bulk generated accounts or resale markets. Will cheaters use names to signal each other? Possible signaling. Some cheaters may deliberately adopt tells in their names to identify one another in game. This could help them avoid targeting each other, not wallbanging another cheater, or even coordinate informally. It's similar to how clan tags or meme names can signal group identity, except here it's covert. Limitations: Steam names are, are mutable and non-unique. Anyone can copy a style, so signals are noisy. Anti-cheat systems don't rely on names, so signaling doesn't protect them from detection. Many don't rely on names. Many cheaters prefer anonymity. Blending in is safer than standing out. Cheaters do recognize naming conventions through exposure, and some may adopt them consciously or unconsciously. Using names as a signal to avoid or team up is possible, but not widespread. Most cheaters rely on external communication Discord cheat forms rather than Steam names. While it's an intriguing hypothesis, the stronger explanation is that these names are artifacts of account generation, not a deliberate cheater handshake. But then that would imply that the Steam accounts themselves are being just randomly created and not being used by cheaters necessarily. Just hypothetical, engaging with it on the framework that you presented with it, but it's sort of, yeah, I know it's hypothetical. I'm not saying that it's true. We're just saying you can see the logic of it. Is using logic and using logic be used as evidence? Play the fucking game. But things aren't true and not true just because you say they're true and not true. We'll let AI figure that one out there. I don't know if I think I did. I think I did report this guy. I did report him. Joe, have you heard of gang stalking? Yes, I have. Yeah. Um. I have inventory space. Don't sell it. I need a fucking free space, bro.
Good to see you.
Let's go out like this, and bro. Let me just quickly repair this fucking shield here. Probably just stack a few more bullets at least, maybe. Yeah, stick some more heals in there, maybe. Arc raiders get armored car. If all armored car is completely armored, requires a patrol car key in the checkpoint area of the blue map, and using it to unlock the interact. Blah de blah. That's where the thing is. So there's an inside area and checkpoint. Let's try again then. Because he's cheating. Of course I made it out. I don't just report cheaters because they kill me. I report people who I think are cheating in general. Apparently AI doesn't know. And using logic be used as evidence. Good question. It goes right to the heart of epistemology, which I know you enjoy probing. Let's put it down. Logic goes evidence. Logic is a system of reasoning, rules for how we move from premise to conclusions. Evidence is information that supports or refutes a claim. Typically, empirical observation measurements are key distinction. Logic structures arguments, but doesn't by itself provide new facts. Evidence grounds arguments in reality by supplying data or observations. For example, logical statement: if humans are mortal and Socrates is human, and Socrates is mortal. Evidence, archaeological records, biological data, historical documents that confirm humans die. When logic functions like evidence, there are contexts where logic itself is treated as a kind of evidence. Mathematics and formal systems, proofs are purely logical, not empirical. Data is needed, the logical derivation is the evidence. Philosophy and law, logical consistency can serve as indirect evidence. For instance, if a claim leads to contradiction, that logical breakdown is evidence against it. Computer science, formal verification uses logic as evidence that a program will behave correctly under all conditions. In empirical sciences, logic alone isn't enough. You need observations to back up logical structures. Right, okay, so, but if, for example, in a video game, we'll come back to this after the raid. Let's not just sit here and wasting my raid away here. Where the hell is this spawn? Where is this spawn, bro? You're proving we can't trust what you say, Joe, but that's just a claim, isn't it, Barney? Every time it comes to an argument, it's just a claim on top of a claim with another claim claiming the other claim. And all you seem to have is just a daisy chain of claims. There's not even any logic attached to these claims. They're just completely void of logic, completely void of evidence. They're just opinion-based claims and nothing more. You said no more AI. Well, people asked me to put it into AI, and now we're on the AI daisy chain, isn't it? End of the day, I wouldn't have to rely on AI so much if you guys were just reasonable to begin with. I have to use AI as a neutral party to confirm the things that I'm saying is true, or likely to be true. A singular spring. I have to use AID as a neutral party to confirm what I'm saying. Yeah, because you guys won't confirm what I'm saying. I'm not saying things are proven. I have a hypothesis. I have evidence, I have logic, I have reasons to claim what I claim. You guys deny it all. I need AI as a neutral party to confirm that the methods that I use are considered correct. Even if you don't agree with the conclusion, you're free to disagree. But my method and my evidence is viable. And I need AI to agree that those methods are in fact viable.
Let's go to checkpoint.
There's a dude over there. Dude, in the top 5% of players worldwide is as low MR brackets because of the cheaters robbing of his birthright, yeah. The fact that you have to be like you have to ridicule everything is proof that you guys are disingenuous, isn't it, man? I'm going to the speaker component, apparently. Is it one of these fucking buildings
In the
here?
tunnel. In there.
Surely this is not considered checkpoint though at this point, right? Was it just pointing like at the middle of the map over
Go to
here?
checkpoint.
Like where is it? The thing showed inside, right? So the vehicle's down here somewhere that I've got to get into, right? But the card is found in out here somewhere at checkpoint. But it's saying one of these buildings here, like maybe in here. Oh, boys. I don't know why I got shotgun rounds in there. I did read the quest. I did read the quest. I've got to find it in a security checkpoint. But like the pictures look like might have been in an indoor complex, but it doesn't matter. Maybe some arc cells, maybe? In the inventory space, or I'll just get the quest done and get shot in the head. Holy fucking shit. Like, fucking, where was the fucking warning there? There was that fucking thing there. Holy shit, bro. Watch out for these fucking turrets, bro. In Death Trap Mountain, bro. An anvil. Oh, wow. Got the quest done. There we go. Gotta get out of here then, boys.
Head home at the warehouse air shaft.
You're using the cheetah skin, by the way. Cheetah skin. That warning sign, bro. Fucking turret, bro. In my fucking face. The rollerball or not. Give me an arc cell. The fucking light, it didn't have a light on it, bro. I must have just missed it. Fucking hell. Thought I looked, I thought I checked, I didn't see anything. Peter Skin, so having the digital deluxe pre-order that I paid for, is that a fucking, that's a cheater skin, is it? Like there aren't other skins that you can have an advantage with.
Security here. Processing your request. Stand by for override treatment.
I didn't say you were cheating, but it's funny you immediately thought that. I mean, you're saying it's the cheater skin, so like, why? What else would I say? Like, do cheaters all use this skin? Because it doesn't look like that to me. I wouldn't have any frame of reference to know that that's what you were saying. It would automatically mean that you were thinking of the advantage that you get from the skin.
Magnetic dam is activated. Kinetic loss on the way.
This is where Joe gets ambushed because they're cheating, even though he's shooting one of the loudest damn guns.
Passage cleared for exit. Move now.
I mean, I already knew there was a player around there, right? Funny how assumptions work, isn't it? Yeah, assumptions are usually based on like actual evidence or like things that you know, right? So when somebody says, "Oh, that cheater skin," I already know that cheaters don't use this skin on a regular basis. You see all kinds of skins that the cheaters use. They don't use a specific type of skin, so that's already going to be eliminated as a possibility in my formation of an assumption. So it'd have to be the advantage that you get from using the skin. That would be the only conclusion that you could draw. So it is weird how assumptions work, isn't it? Like when you use logic to form your assumptions in it, sometimes you can, some people's assumptions are based on logic and some people assume things that are not based on logic. And when somebody assumes something based not on logic and something that's based on logic, you'll see that there's a conflict where people think two different things. Whereas everybody was thinking logically, then everybody would think the same or come to similar conclusions. But because we've got a bunch of people that don't think logically, therefore they don't arrive at the same conclusions that a logical person would arrive at. And that's how you can have difference of opinions, because some people are more logical than others, isn't it? Wait, Joe, say that again. Rewind the stream, like, you know. If everyone is thinking logically, then they'll all arrive at the same conclusion. Right, yes, provided they are thinking logically and not illogically and not with bias, like logic based on things that actually happen and aren't taking things out of context or removing things in order to present a false conclusion. Raw logic based on circumstances and evidence, if everyone was on logically thinking, would arrive at similar conclusions. No, because everyone telling me something is an appeal to consensus fallacy. That's a logical fallacy. That's anti-logic. That's not logic at all. It's not logical to assume that because everyone agrees on something that it must be true. That's logically fallacious. That's not logical at all. It's the opposite of logic. You're not using logic. You're using not logic. You just literally said it, Barney. You just literally said, so when everyone is telling you that you're just bad and people aren't cheating against you every game, that's not logical. That's logically fallacious. That's called an appeal to consensus. That's a logical fallacy. So you're literally saying a logical fallacy is logic. No, it's not. It's the opposite of logic. Yes, I'm not assuming that you're not losing logic. I know you're not losing logic because when asked for an argument, you don't have one. You automatically go to the appeal to consensus logical fallacy. But we all say you're wrong. If we all say you're wrong, then you must be wrong. Can you give me one argument as why I'm wrong? But we all say you're wrong, Joe. Exactly, that you're just bad. That's just your opinion. Just because many of you all share the same opinion doesn't make it logically true because you're all saying it. To point to that is logically fallacious. You don't have arguments because when asked for them, you never provide them. And then you'll use the cop-out, but we have done before, so we're not going to now. My ranking placements. What does my ranking placements have to do with anything? Crouch Walking Traps when there was obviously obfuscation on the screen that prevented me from seeing the cables. Again, all your arguments are based on the omission or the twisting of the facts. It's not based on logic. Because logic would include all the facts as they are. I've pulled the clip many times. We've shown you the clips multiple times. No, I constantly hear audio that people in real life confirms with me can't be heard either on different computers, different headsets, different computers, different everything, different people, completely different computers, not just my other computer here, other people with through mobile phones, through different hardware, different speakers, different peripherals. Many people that I've shown clips to also can't hear the footsteps. It's only you guys that say you can hear them. But then you are obvious. Then the logic would be you guys are lying. That would be the logic. If I can't confirm it through different hardware, different computers, different other people with different ears, right, and different hardware altogether, if they can't confirm it, that they can hear those footsteps, then I'm going to conclude that I am correct, that I can't hear those footsteps. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to hear those footsteps when I can hear the footsteps in other games, in other my own footsteps, my partner's footsteps. It's just a sound file being played. There's no reason why hardware or my ears would selectively only remove my opponent's footsteps. That doesn't make any logical sense. So when I can literally get other people to confirm it and it makes no sense for that to happen, and you guys saying, but we do hear it, logically you must be lying. No one has refuted any of my claims. You're just claiming they have. Then just give one argument right now, Barney. Just one argument. Make one argument against me right now that disproves anything that I've said. It's not because you disagree with me. Again, Barney, that's you lying. You're literally lying in that. I've literally just told you, I've confirmed with other people on other hardware, you can't hear the footsteps. So if you guys are saying that you can hear those footsteps, you must be lying. How is it more likely that I am bad? That's just your opinion. So, well, you have to be lying. Did you not just hear what I said? How is it statistically more likely that I'm bad? You don't have any statistics to draw upon. You got no stats. You got no evidence to suggest it. All the evidence supports around about 30% of people are cheating in video games. Maybe more than likely more. That's just your opinion, Warlock, that all of my streams are statistics. It's not.
If you're waiting for applause,
Still nothing.
More inventory space that I have to clear up for some fucking defibs and some smoke grenades. A full stack of smoke grenades. Let's just sell this shit. Keep that. Stack those. fucking defibs, bro. Sell a stack of defibs. The defibs. There was the smoke grenades, a stack of smoke grenades, wasn't there? Bring in 3 smokes then. Just to cut down on the shears. Craft some more ammo. And claim it. Wasn't expecting that. 2 shields. Repair this. Repair this. We do need to fucking destroy a leaper, so maybe we'll just grab a wolf pack here. Let's just get full fucking shields on it. Okay. Full shields here. Med lab, we can craft 4 more of these. Strength of the inventory there, frees up an inventory space. Got a decent amount of ammo here. We'll upgrade to a tier 2 anvil just for that slightly faster reload or fire rate even. Joe's actually playing chess, guys. Joe's strategy is actually like 500 IQ, make baseless claims and assert them as fact. I don't do that. And ignore the evidence people provide until they don't provide any evidence. And because they know you won't look at it, you don't show anything to look at, then proceed to ask them the prevalent in evidence because you know they won't, because you won't look at it. Post an example right now and I'll look at it on stream. Come on then. Joe's strategy, da-da-da-da. Actually, 5 IQ make baseless claims and assert them as fact, ignore the evidence people provide until they don't anymore because they know they won't look at it, and proceed to ask them to prevent evidence because they know they won't look at it because you won't ask for it. Post it. Come on then, here we go. We're going to immortalize it forever on the internet now. There's your claim, Barney. Everyone can see it on stream. Now you can present a link. Come on then, here we go. We're going to immortalize it forever on the internet now. There's your claim, Barney. We're going to mute this so that I don't keep looping over and over again. Can I... NASA.com, that's not an example. We're talking about gaming here. We're talking about video games. We're talking about cheating in video games. You can't. We're talking about something you can argue against my claims. It's not my claim that the Earth is flat. I've told you I'm not a flat earther. We're not talking about flat earther. I'm not a flat earther. The bottom line on the whole flat earth thing is like this. The flat earth argumentation supports scientific inquiry, i.e. scientific method. It supports it, it follows it, it adheres to scientific method. A lot of the stuff that is pushed by the globe science does not adhere to scientific method. It has to rely on either logical fallacies like relying on an authority or equipment or technology you don't have access to, or theoretical physics that you can't prove in a lab. That's what the globe rests upon. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. The point is, I'm going to go on the side of science first and the things that I can prove for myself. So, like, I'm just of the opinion that I'm going to go with the ideas that seem to comport with scientific method and scientific methodology rather than appealing to authorities or to theoretical science. Yeah, gravity is a theoretical science. You can't prove its gravity. It's either the force comes within the object itself, or there's an external force acting upon the object, or it's lines of code in a simulation. Those are your 3 options. That's what it can be. You've got an external force pulling on the object, which you would call gravity, or you've got a a simulation, a physics engine in a simulation determining how objects fall as a second option. And your third option is the force comes from the object itself, the mass, the density of the object. And it's like a chemical reaction when you combine it with um, a medium, say water or air, these two things combined together, it has a reaction and it causes the phenomena that you see that you call gravity. Option four, no. Option four, you don't understand it, so you try to fabricate your own reality. No, that's not an option. That's just what you believe. You can't conclude like that's not even logically correct or even think in those terms. Is there evidence for a flat Earth or a globe? There's evidence for a flat Earth. Yeah, there's evidence for a globe as well. There's evidence for both. You can't really prove one or the other. It's just what you believe to be true, and I choose to believe ones that are supported by scientific inquiry and don't have to rely upon an authority. You can't prove it either. No, I just told you I'm not a flat earther. What part of this don't you understand? Why can't you guys understand English? You can't prove you live on a ball, bro. How do you prove you live on a globe? NASA.com. Look at NASA. They went to space, so you got to appeal to an authority. No, I'm not a flat earther. I just believe the points which adhere to scientific method and scientific inquiry. The aspects of the globe Earth that prove the globe are reliant upon an appeal to authority or a belief in um, theoretical science. Theoretical science inherently it doesn't support scientific inquiry because it's essentially pseudoscience. It's theoretical. Science is science is actually practical. Science is practical. Pick one right now. I can't pick something that I don't know is true, bro. No, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. You just want me to pick one so you can use it as a form to ridicule me. You don't like me being in a neutral position where you can't know either way. Which one do you lean more to? I just told you I lean more to the one that is provable with scientific methodology, which is flat Earth. Everything else that supports the globe relies upon an appeal to authority or theoretical science, and that would be wrong to do from a logical, critically thinking person. That would be wrong position to be in because it puts me at an intellectual disadvantage or an intellectual inferior position than just being what is provably correct. Anytime you got presented with evidence of a globe, what evidence? All you did was say NASA, NASA, NASA. You don't have any evidence to prove anything. It relies upon an appeal to authority or theoretical science. I'm talking about the other stream where you sat on Copilot hours about it. Yeah, what about it, Barney? Barney's looking to get banned. I think Barney is legitimately on his way to getting banned. Yeah, you can't prove gravity. I just told you you can't prove it. How do you prove that it's an external force pulling on the object, or a code within a simulation making the objects fall that way, or it's the mass, the density of the object itself? How do you know the difference between those three possibilities? No, it's when you guys won't listen to reason. When you're being told a thing how it is and you will constantly argue against it. That's when you get banned because you're proving you're unreasonable. You can't be reasoned with. Okay, let me put this to let me put this to you as an idea. Let's go to paint. I don't think I really need to go to paint really to demonstrate it. I don't even know how I'm going to demonstrate it. So let's just say you've got Can I just drag the circle across, please? Right. Circle. Right. So basically, let's just say these are feathers, right? Oh, it's not an arrow because I'm not drawing anything. Say these are feathers. These are feathers. This is an iron ball or whatever. So basically, you drop this in the atmosphere. The logic would be that the feathers would fall like lesser than the iron ball, right? Than the iron ball, correct? Like the wind resistance, whatever, would cause the feathers to not fall as fast. But you could do this with like a, let's not do feathers because feathers would resist against the air. Let's just say a plastic ball, like a hollow ping pong ball. This is a ping pong ball. This is an iron ball, and the iron ball will fall faster than the ping pong ball, right? They're both the same size. They're both the same size, exactly the same size. But one's a ping pong ball, the other one's an iron ball, and the iron ball will fall faster than the ping pong ball in the atmosphere. And you're going to say it's the pull of gravity that that is causing objects to fall. But why wouldn't the ping pong ball fall faster than the iron ball? Yeah, the iron ball is obviously going to be heavier than the ping pong ball. But why would the ping pong ball not fall faster than the iron ball? And they're both the same shape. In a vacuum, they fall at the same rate, only at short distances, allegedly. Nothing high has been done. So we can't use that as an example. We don't have an authority. We don't have an example to know if that is true at all heights. Yeah. Yeah, I told you this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. It's an appeal to authority. You need specialized equipment and it's edited video. You can't verify it. Not acceptable evidence. It's an appeal to authority. It's a logical fallacy. That's what I'm saying. You got to appeal to an authority. We're talking about what you can prove yourself. I told you before you linked anything. All you will have is an appeal to authority or theoretical science. And I said, I don't want either of these examples. And you immediately link an appeal to authority. Yeah, it is. Because do you have a fucking vacuum chamber the size of NASA's? No, you don't, Warlock. You don't have access to a vacuum chamber of that size. It's only open to a select few people that have access to it, and those people will act as the authority of what happens in that chamber is true or false, which means it is an appeal to authority, right? That's an appeal to authority. We can't verify it because we don't have a massive vacuum chamber like that to know if it's true or not. Yeah, I just told you, Bongo, what an appeal to authority is. They have the authority, the immediate access to a vacuum chamber of that size. So are you saying that if I haven't, okay, do we have to ask AI everything? This is why you have to ask AI everything, because you can't be reasonable. If they've got access, if NASA's the only ones that have access to this chamber, then they have the authority on the information of what occurs in that chamber. Which means if they're lying, they have the power to lie, and you can't confirm they're lying. You can't prove that it's not edited or doctored in any way, bro. What, ask AI what? That if you've only got access to a limited thing. There it is. But either way, we're going to stick to the point here because you guys won't be reasonable. If it's a force, then why wouldn't the lighter object be pulled faster than the heavier object? Why if there's a force pulling on it, why wouldn't the force have a greater effect on a lighter object than a heavier object? Guys, why wouldn't the force of gravity pull the lighter object faster and harder than the heavier object? No, you've proven that you're not reasonable, Bongo. That's why we're changing the subject, because you can't be reasoned with. You've been told the clear and obvious reasoning, and you deny it. Exactly, equally. So if this is lighter and that's fucking heavier, then it would only pull at the same equal weight, which means this should fall faster than this object should at the equal force being pulled. These two objects are different in weight. So the effect of that equal pull will be different. No, you can't prove that it does in a vacuum. You didn't. You linked an appeal to authority. We have to appeal to that NASA's not lying to you. So we have to make up how gravity works. How does gravity a force but behaves not like a force? Aren't we literally defying like Newton's laws here? Aren't we literally abusing Newton's laws to make gravity work? How? So then explain to me, no force acts that way in the universe. Only on this force that you can't see. Any other force acts completely differently. It's not about the fact that it's not real, but I can't see as in it can't be verified. It's not like like magnetism, for example, you can't see that, but we can verify magnets. We can use magnets and use not gravitational, magnetic pull. We know it's magnetic pull. We can't control the variable of gravity to be able to manipulate that it's there. How do magnets work, Joe? Doesn't matter how magnets work, it's not the point. You guys just prove that you literally have no reasoning capabilities and you can't think. Like, starting to think that you're just NPCs, in it. Like, you can't think for yourselves, man. You can't think at all, man. All your entire everything you seem to think is based on what other people think, and if everyone agrees that way, you agree that way as well. It's like you're a hive mind, like you're connected to a hive mind, or you're an NPC or something. Like you're not real. You don't think for yourself at all. I'm not. How can I be an NPC? I'm the one that thinks for themselves. Still waiting for you to post an example of me not being right about cheating. Anyway, Barney. Anybody that mentions like flat Earth or conspiracy theories anymore will get an immediate ban. One second. Yeah, waiting. Only got my favorite example. It's just buried. Right, so we've got a very hyper cherry-picked example here. You can't just pick one at random of me and then just make an argument why I'm wrong. He's got to scour the internet for a very specific example to cherry pick. It's not making excuses. It's literally what you're doing. Well, it's just that's what it is. Cherry picking is a logical fallacy. So if you have to cherry pick an example and you got to scour for one specific example, then it's something that's happening in isolation or a vacuum, and therefore isn't going to be evidence for the wider opinions or conclusions that I make. It'll be a one isolated incident at best. That's the best outcome you're going to get out of a cherry picked example. It is cherry picking. It's not, but now it's cherry picking. It is cherry picking. Like, you know, it's got an example at hand and it's multiple, like it's something attacking one of my main arguments that I make. You're going to pick an example that's completely not relative. By the way, when I say you're supposed to be proving me that I'm wrong, you're supposed to be getting, before I even click on the link, you're supposed to be arguing against my position, right? So all the things that I claim are evidence of cheating, all the evidence that I use, you're supposed to be linking me an example where you can prove that I'm wrong about my claims and my method of argumentation. Not just pick an example that you've cherry picked going, look at Joe Blue being bad at the game. Look at Joe doing something bad in game. Look at Joe here in this one example doing this that proves his examples are wrong. Do you have an argument? We're asking you to prove I'm wrong. Right? What's your example here? Link in one of my videos. Thank you, oiled up flash drive for following. Cheers, man. Thank you. I know you can't see it on screen. I've got the overlays turned on on this thing, but I can't hear it on the. You can't see it, but I can hear it on mine. I need to figure out why I can't get the overlay to work on the stream. Right. So what's your argument? At 4 minutes, you claim he has no footsteps, and later you claimed that he teleported. You can hear both and see him run. So because I'm wrong one time, that means I'm wrong all the time. Okay, that's not logically fallacious.
So weird. I'd never throw a grenade. Just ran.
Oh yeah, I know this. I don't think I know this example.
Just, I don't need fucking put that I can run and retreat on. Like, for free.
This one I already said I was wrong on years ago.
Come kill me for free. She pretending to be good.
If I remember correctly, like what this is how it actually happened. So this is what he's not going to be. It's not what he's going to be honest with you about. If this is the right example, is this the one? Yeah, this is the example. So the original claim was this guy's cheating with an aimbot or wall hacking, right? Because he knew where I was and he shouldn't have had that information because I was crouch walking. It was only later in editing, when I was editing the video, where I then said, I think this guy might have been teleporting or using no footsteps. And then later on, it was like the footsteps are actually really obstructed and I couldn't hear the footsteps like correctly. And then I retracted it, that's wrong. However, the original claim was that he had wall hacks and he had knowledge that I was there. So you picked an example that I already said I was wrong on and wasn't about the no footsteps or teleporting to begin with. So if that's your example, that's the best you've got, then you've already lost, haven't you?
So they ran off.
Right, so I'm following this dude.
I haven't played any of the recent event. I've been playing like other games, like, you know, the re-release of
Yeah, but do you no wrong about cheaters as in wrong about my argumentation, about my methods that I use, about the claims that I make in regards to the evidence that I'm building. You're cherry picking an example where I was wrong one time, where I've already admitted that I was wrong. It's impossible to be 100% right. You can't just pick an example where I was wrong once and that means I'm wrong all the time. That's logically fallacious.
Cyberpunk.
Like, you literally didn't hear what I said to begin with. And I said that's what you'd do. I said that's what you'd do. Before I even clicked on the link, I already said what you'd do and predicted it.
got Baldur's Gate to play.
Can't prove it. We can go back on the stream and show that I was predicting what would happen. And before I clicked the link, you saw it on your screen, immortalized, that you'd do exactly what I would say you was going to do. Show me one example where I was either bad at the game or wrong. And then you'll say that that dismisses my entire argumentation. No. I'm asking you to prove what against my argument, having an argument, not an example where I was wrong one time that I already admitted to being wrong and already retracted it.
I'm playing like other games in it, and haven't really had time to do any new hunt showdown. This and that. Footsteps that I see in.
Right, so I'm standing still. I hear this dude with his footsteps. So I crouch. He shouldn't know that I'm there. Because he's ran past me, so he's made no acknowledgement that I was there. Right, so he's ran off, he's come across here, and he's gone through the hole in the fence. Hasn't acknowledged that I'm there. He's running off, you can hear him running off
So
into
he
the
ran
distance.
off.
I get up and walk a little bit. Stop. Crouch. And then he turns around and takes a shot at me. It's like, that's a little bit suspicious, isn't it? You've ran past me, you've ignored me, you've ducked under here, you've crouched under here, you've ran across here, then all of a sudden, you're turning around and waiting. Why isn't it, Barney? Why is it not suspect? But he's ran past me, he's already acknowledged that he has no knowledge that I'm there, correct? Do you think it's not possible for somebody with a reasonable intelligence to see me on wall hacks, run past me, go through the hole in the fence, run a little bit out of the way, and then turn around and wait, knowing that if I follow the person with wall hacks, that I'd have to go through the hole in the fence, which would allow him the perfect angle to take some free damage on me if he had wall hacks and had some intelligence to use those wall hacks. Maybe, but what's the actual distance of me dropping off the floor? Because this guy's probably, what, 30 meters away, 40 meters away? How many meters away from that? It's at least like 30, 40 meters, surely. And that's from this position. If he was already waiting in that position, then he's like 50 meters away. So you make noise and think it's suspicious that he's looking at you. But can you prove that he heard that noise? He's probably like 30, 40, 50 meters away. No, you can hear crouching at 20 meters. Anything beyond that, you can't hear. Yeah, but because I'm talking about I was further back than this when I approached the hole in the fence. So we're talking 30 odd meters, 30, 40 meters from here. If he's already in that position, was waiting previously as I approached, then he would be 50 meters away, wouldn't he? No, it's 20 meters. I've proven it. There's a video showing you can't hear crouch walking beyond 20 meters. Yes, I was walking, correct. But again, what's the distance on hearing walking footsteps? Not running, walking footsteps. For 50 meters for walking footsteps. Ain't no way, bro. Audio test. Okay, sprinting. So around about 50 odd meters or whatever, 60 meters he is here. You can't hear that shit. That's sprinting. So walking. So yeah, it gets to about 50 meters, you can't hear the footsteps anymore. It's about 50 meters. And bearing in mind, if he's walking as well, then his own footsteps, while he's running, his own footsteps are going to be obfuscating the distance, like around about here. If you're like 30 meters away, if you're about here, these light footsteps that you hear here, like if he's running as well, then he's going to be less likely to hear those footsteps. But about 50 meters, you can't hear it anymore.
66 meters.
66 meters, my ass. I can't hear shit. I haven't gone hear shit, bro. Super vague. You can barely hear it. You can only fractionally hear it, man. Fractionally. You're not hearing nothing like that over your own footsteps, bro. You'll never hear that in game. What? But we're assuming that, like... Okay, go back to the video. So crouching, he's already gone past me. He's already stopped moving at this point. Okay, no, he's still running. So I step up running at this point here. He must be over 50 meters away at this point. When I start walking, he must be at least 50 meters away. And he's running at the same time. Not walking, running.
Oh, so they run off.
He's already stopped. He's already stopped at this distance here. This is at least like 40 odd meters here already. This is 40 meters alone, which means he was 50 meters or more back there when he stopped. He stopped when he already...
Oh, so they run off.
No, he already stopped moving already. Running.
Oh, so they run off.
Like, there's no evidence at which point he stopped running. I can't hear his running footsteps over my own footsteps. But you're going to argue he can hear my footsteps over his own footsteps. I can't even hear his. It's not so loud up to 66 meters. You can barely even hear it up to 66 meters. You can hear it vaguely, but you can hardly hear it.
Oh, so they run off.
I can't even hear his footsteps anymore over my own footsteps to know if he stopped or not, at what point. My headset's based on the volume of the computer. It's turned all the way up to max. The YouTube video's turned all the way to max. I can't get the volume to be any louder. No, it's got nothing to do with that. You're just lying. You're all just lying. So there you go. Barney doesn't have an actual argument against my argumentation. He has to prove an example, which I'd already said I was wrong on, about the footsteps issue with that clip. That I knee-jerk reacted at the time of editing and misheard something because it was hard to hear as he moved across, but you could just about hear it. It's like the volume of his footsteps got lower for some reason, and I just didn't register the footsteps. But apparently, that one instant proves me wrong all the time. We've already been to 4 minutes, bro. We don't need to go to 4 minutes, bro. The example's already been debunked. I don't even have time to do this raid anymore. I need to go switch to Marvel Rivals because I need to fucking get ranked up or whatever. I need to get some rank going. I'm already at like running late, man, because of that distraction. Yeah, okay, bros, whatever. I predicted what Barney would do, and he did it. And I've already said that I was wrong about that clip. So I don't know what evidence it can be used against me when I've already previously corrected myself on that video. In literally the following video, the video after that, I already retracted it. In the very next video, I retracted it. Why do you need to see something that I've already admitted to it being wrong? I've already admitted it's wrong. Why do you need to hear it? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like fucking Barney's cherry-picked example, who's starting to seem more like Locktar every day. Barney's starting to seem like Locktar more every single day because only Locktar would have pulled an obscure video from years ago. Coward, I've already admitted that I was wrong on that example and already previously retracted it. So how can it be used against me still? Fraud. Exactly, man. You got nothing. You got nothing against me. Nothing. You want one chance to be immortalized for something against me and you failed. You had to cherry pick an example I'd already retracted in the past. Your favorite example. So you are Locktar then, because how would you go back all them years? How long was that video? A year ago? 2 years ago? Like, somebody relatively new to my channel